I just how I come at you live, man. My nigga say that shit, Terry Fisher, man. You know what I'm saying? Free me, my nigga. Free me. I've been down for the dollars, nigga. I'm so official, nigga. For sure, man. Free Roddy, nigga.
Eddie got another one.
Let me ask you this question. We just gonna go ahead and get to it, like, because there's a lot of stuff that go on, like with dudes that's on the street and they commit their crimes and they end up going to penitentiary or whatever. And I asked a lot of questions, and this question kind of hit me, and I wanted to ask you, like, about the effects that young men and us per se, the effects that we had on our mothers, the things that we did. How do you feel about the effects that we had on our mothers, and something that you might want to say to your mom?
Well, the effects, man, that we had on our mothers was really putting a lot of stress and worrying on them. You know, about us running in the streets, robbing, stealing, you know, not coming home, even when we were grown and not living with our mom. But just, man, being out there and like my mom told me the other day, I asked her, was I a good son? And she said, no, you wasn't a good son. As so far as, you know, you done a lot of bad things to a lot of people. But for me, you know, you were never disrespectful. And you were good to me. But, you know, but I worried her a lot, man. A lot of stress and things like that. Hey, the guy, Plies got his song out. Been out about 2 or 3 years. Called Running My Mama Crazy.
Right.
It's a heck of a song, man. Have you heard it before, Fatty?
Yeah. I heard it. I definitely heard it.
And it really speaks volumes about that, man. And we don't know the things that we be doing to our mothers. The worry, the stress, man. I was 12 years old. My mother was 30. And I gave her first gray hairs at 30 years old. So, man, whether we know it or not, man, we age our mothers a lot with the stress and the worrying, man.
Yeah, it's deep. It's deep. And then it's a lot of, it's a lot of stuff that people don't really even think about, man. You know, when you out there doing the stuff. And that's why I'll be talking about the ripple effect of the crimes that we do.
And then you look at it too, Fatty, man. Look at our children, man. And not just our blood children, but the children, all the children that we left behind, man, with no guidance. Look at how they use the B word.
Right.
And a lot of that, now when I came up and you came up, when we heard that word, we know we was gonna hear a lot of furniture moving.
Exactly.
You understand? Slaps, gunshots. But now today, a lot of the young brothers use that word as a term of endearment. And they play a lot with that word. But I understand why. A lot of them was raised by mother, aunt, grandmother, and all the male figures in their life, like us, we were in here. So they heard their mothers talking to their aunts, you know, oh, be girl, be this, be that, be that. Because that's how women, you know, in the hood, that's how they talk. So the young men just picked up what they heard their mothers and aunts using that word.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I don't like it. I can't stand it. Even though
I can't either.
Yeah, when it first started.
But think about this, Fatty. Look at the N word. Okay, now the generation before mine, that word there, will get your head bashed in. But then my generation come along, and we use that word as a term of endearment. good, man. And I'm gonna say this here, man, to everyone that's listening, man, male and female. Y'all have y'all mothers. They're alive today. You don't have to have no money. Go by your mother's house. If you just take out the garbage, cut the grass, sit down with her, talk with her, let her tell you about her childhood and things that made her happy, and that'll make her happy. Give y'all mothers her flowers while she's alive, and she can still smell them. And I'm gonna stop right there with that, man. But that's for all the guys and the girls. You got your mother today, love her, hug her, and let her know how much you appreciate her. And money ain't everything. It's not.
Right.
And I learned that the hard way. And I'm gonna stop with that there.
Yeah, man. I mean, I appreciate that, man. That's real big. I feel that. That's real big. That's a real big statement. And I hope everybody that heard it grasps hold to it, and because it's great advice, man. It really is. But you know, getting on something soft.
I'm so official. I do what I want because I know that I can. I'm so official. I done paid my dues, so homie, I'm a made man.